Live. Good. Live. Oh, well, that was freaking quick, man. You barely even got on here. Bam. What's going on, man? I've been watching your videos. I've been hitting the like button lately on a lot of people's videos. I just, like, some of the comments that come to my mind, I'm like, that's stupid. I don't even want to write that down. So, but I've been watching. I just missed your live stream the other day. I think it just ended and I clicked on and it was done. So I have to go back and watch that one. But yeah, been working on the Zevon collection big time here. I picked up the Record Store Day box. Glad to get that one. And next week or somewhere around the same time, I picked up which one was it? Life Will Kill You? I don't think that was in the box, but one just after the records in the box set. So I think I have all his stuff on vinyl except for one. My Ride Is Here, and that one I'm finding is a little difficult to get a hold of, and people want some crazy money for that one. So yeah, it's a little nuts. But oh, I did pick up also. Where'd it go? This was kind of cool. I am kind of moving away from vinyl a little bit, getting into the CD world because I've been disappointed so much lately with some quality, and I'm kind of just getting worn out with it. So my vinyl is going to shrink to the essentials, and probably going to go more towards CDs here. I know it's blasphemy, but yeah. So we'll see. Because actually, I just the guys at the record store just called me yesterday. They said oops, sorry. They're redoing, well, they're reissuing The Wind one more time, but there's two color variants, vinyl color variants for The Wind. So that's coming out. I can look at the text here. I think it was like June 20th it's coming out. So if you don't have The Wind or you're looking for some variants, that will be coming out. Yeah, June 20th on coral vinyl and teal vinyl. So, oh, and speaking of Transverse City, that one I can't get on vinyl, but I did get a nice new copy of it. I opened it up, but it looks like it's a reissue. It has, did they, I didn't look into this, but I am noticing, especially with the box set and everything, they're doing this Smoking Skull guy or whatever. And I noticed that's been a thing going on. And I don't remember that being on his older stuff. I don't know where that whole thing came from. But yeah, it's on this one. It's funny. I started getting into Zevon, and I was already doing like an album ranking thing, and I had all my scores and this out of 5 stars and whatever. But I went back as I'm kind of getting deeper into Zevon and listening to the albums again, rating them completely without looking at my old ratings, and it's scoring better now. So I'm starting to understand, and some of his awkward timing and lyrics and stuff that I probably didn't get the first time, I'm getting it now. So his music is growing on me big time. I'm definitely on a big Zevon kick, and we've talked about him before, but I'm like really getting into his stuff now. So, but yeah, I picked that up, had that ordered just so I could have a copy of it. I don't think I could get a copy of My Ride Is Here on vinyl or CD. So, no. Okay. So that one, I did find a copy of it at a local record store. Not the greatest shape. And they wanted like, I think they were going to give me 25 because there wasn't a price on it. They were going to price it at 30, but said, I'll give it to you for 25. But I was on the phone with a friend at the time, and he mentioned that the copy, and I don't think it was a great pressing of that one, because he said it was missing a song, first of all, and I forgot what the name of the company was that released it, but it I backed up. I was gonna get it just to have it, but then I kind of just changed my mind, at last minute. But I do like it. I like that album. I consider it his first album. I think I ranked it pretty good too. I enjoyed that album. it was interesting how he put that out. Then he kind of went off with the Everly Brothers for a while and was their band leader. And that's where great story of him meeting Waddy Wachtel and their relationship through the years. So yeah, I am looking for that. I do. No, I don't have that on CD or. Yeah, I don't have that one. So I'm missing that one, and my ride is here. Those are the two. But this was cool. This got me moving pretty good with his CDs. I got this for $10, $12, and it has 5 of his albums on here, and the one live one there. But it has what people are calling his first, which isn't the self-titled Warren Zevon. Then you have Excitable Boy, Bad Luck in Dance School, which these two are my favorites right now, I think. And then you have that live one. What was it called again? Stand in the Fire. And I do have all these on vinyl. And then Envoy. I love that song, The Envoy. It's just a fun song with the Envoy. Yeah, that's good stuff. So that's where I am on his. I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't think I have any more of his stuff on CD, but I'm kind of double dipping, I guess you could say. I'm going to get all his stuff on vinyl and CD if I can. And I'm hoping it was successful to have for them to put that box set out. Plus, they put out the Hindu Love Gods, which I freaking loved. Talk about a bluesy album. That one, yeah. That's why CDs are so much better. All these albums. Yeah. Yeah, most of his. I'm trying to think if I have mostly reissue with him. I have some originals in there, but they're all in pretty good shape. But just I don't know. Record Store Day, it just I know it's about the music, but when you get a song with a brand new album, it's click, 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 and you can't get it cleaned out. It's like it's kind of annoying, And because I'm going through CDs at the same time that I picked up recently, and I'm seeing if I'm going to keep them or not. And I'm noticing I don't have to worry about that. I can just put it on and enjoy the music. I do miss the part where I almost wish you could flip CDs, because I do like that. I like having that separation. I think that's a big thing. Never thought about that before, but that ending of one side and flipping it over and having that pause, it's like an intermission, and then you pop that second side on. I like that. It kind of breaks the album up. Sometimes CDs can seem too long a lot of the times, because I don't think you get that little bit of a break right there. But I do like the fact that I didn't have to put up with any issues with the sound, So I hate to say it, but I know from experience, some of my vinyl, it does sound better than the CD because of the warmth of it and that. So it's a struggle, man, the struggle. But I am enjoying the music, so that's the main thing. But when you buy a new one, like Record Store Day, I picked up the Elton John one, and that freaking thing, one song, and the one I was really looking for. It's always the one song that I want to hear, and it happens. Hey, Nick. And it has the clicks, and it happened on Tonight on that album, that live album. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me, man, with the clicking. And I clean the albums. I don't have, I have a spin clean, but I know it works to a degree because I've heard the difference it can make on albums. So I don't know what gets in there. Some people say it is just static. I don't know. Yeah, family's good, man. Yep, getting ready to go a little vacation next week to Orlando. Gonna do 4 days over to resort over there, so that's gonna be nice. Might do something over there. Sometimes I film, but yeah, everybody's doing reasonably well. Yeah, and then I have the trick that you had, Nick, with I ordered the thing from Amazon. That's I think it's supposed to be like a plate dryer or something, a little thing that holds about 5 to 6 records. You just put it in there from the dry, and it works great. So I'm glad you mentioned that. I picked that up. Other thing I picked up, I thought was kind of cool too. And it's funny because I was just thinking about it, so much dust getting on the needle, even if you clean it. I was like, man, I'm always, blowing on the needle and trying to clean it up and everything. And I saw a video from uh, Glenn Kellaway in the basement, and he had this cool thing. I forgot what it's called. I don't think it's on here. It just says audio, soundless audio. But I don't know if you guys have this, but I love it. It's, when you start, albums just get stuff in the grooves, and every once in a while it starts getting muddy sounding, and you pick up your needle and you got all that dust on it. But it has the little brush right there, and like you said, you kind of, if your stylus is here and your needle's here, you just take it and, which way? Now I'm all backwards. Yeah, you go away from the stylus, get it right in there. Use Blu Tack to clean the needle. Now, is that, somebody mentioned something to me recently. It was almost like not a putty, but some kind of gooey, like that, that stuff you can get in a bottle and you squeeze it, makes those fart sounds, like that substance, like flubber or something like that, that you dip the needle into, and somehow it pulls whatever's on the needle off, but just keeps the needle clean. Oh, it's an adhesive. Okay. I think we might be talking about the same thing. Just gets on the needle and pulls whatever off of there. Oh, no. Okay. What's it called? Blu Tack. Blu Tack. Let's see. I'm just going to Google it real quick. Just looking. I don't know if I can bring it up here while I'm looking. I haven't done this that much, and I can go to presentation or something. Present or invite. There we go. Haven't done this in a while. It's good practice. Oh, it's not share screen. Yeah, I'd have to bring up the other screen. I know you can do it. You can do like this thing or this thing. Oh, here we go. There it is. Okay. That didn't take too long. That wasn't too bad. Okay. So this is it right here. Blu Tack. See if you can get some images of it. Not really showing what. See, this is what I have right here. There's probably a video for it. Blu Tack. Common cleaner, common roller. Method for removing dust and debris from a stylus. A small piece of Blu Tack pressed flat against a coin or surface on a turntable can be gently used to clean the stylus. I have to check that out. That's pretty cool. Yeah, not a liquid. It's in the hardware department. Works great for years now. Peter from Blu Tack. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I'll check that out. I mean, for now, this little bad boy is working, but that's good for an alternative, so I'll definitely keep that in mind. I just got to do a quick little thing here. But anyway, some other cool stuff. I was like on a Billy Joel kick last week. I know I probably drove everybody nuts. I try to spread out my Billy Joel stuff, but it's been a big past year with him, going to the concert, new song, all that stuff. So, that's what happens. But I did pick up some cool stuff here. Got some bootlegs. Gotta like that. But I picked this up about 6 months ago. It's a Billy Joel, New York, 1977. So this is like around the Stranger tour, around that time. CD set, has a lot of really good songs on it, but the quality was kind of and that kind of stinks. It was supposedly yeah, this is a true statement right here. Yes, I'm yeah, just no way around it. It's just the only artist that I know in my collection that every single album, every single song is for me. Even the weaker ones that I can recognize. Um, yeah, yeah, it's definitely no doubt. Um, Sorry, just looking at work stuff here for a minute, making sure everything's cool. Um, yeah, but anyway, I picked this up and the quality was a little muddy in it for radio broadcast. I've picked up quite a few of the radio broadcast albums: Neil Young, Tom Waits. I don't think I got any. Did I get a Zevon? Well, quite a bit of Tom Waits and Neil Young, just radio broadcast stuff, and it's really good. I mean, it's not the best quality ever, but it's good. It's enjoyable, and you feel like you're in that concert. And so this one's a little muddy, but I was just in the store last week, and now they have this 3 CD set. What's cool about it, the first CD is 1972. Yeah, 72. So this is Cold Spring Harbor is out, and it feels like he's in the process of recording the Piano Man stuff. And he's in a studio with an audience doing a radio broadcast for this, and they do 12 songs on here. And there's commentary. I love just hearing this young Billy Joel talking, his energy, everything going on. He's got that New York accent. I'm like digging it, and he's just being himself, very charismatic. He's just very comfortable with what he does, man, just so comfortable. And and he does. There's 3 songs on here. I can't even read them right now. That weren't ever released. Josephine, Rosalinda. Josephine is like this little Richard, just killing it on a piano sounding song, and it doesn't feel like a ripoff. It's good. And I'm like, man, that could have fit maybe on Cold Spring or Piano Man, could have fit on there. And then Rosalinda's is about his mother, and it's about kind of like the empty nest thing. What are you going to do now that all your children are grown? And then there was one, where was it? Was it long time, I think. Yeah, because that's not one that I recognize off of an album. But anyway, it's a really cool deal. It's like I said, 12 songs, just him in the studio, 3 other musicians in there playing with him, just good stuff. But the other 2 discs is the same exact show as this one, but much cleaner. It's better broadcast. It's just really good. So I'm glad I picked this up. Of course, I'm gonna keep this, because you have to, right? But this is a nice little set. This only cost me like $20, and it's just, I mean, it's just cool to hear him that young again. Takes you back and kind of, I remember the days of hearing studio performances and things like that in the 70s and 80s. So this is a little bit before my time, obviously. This is 72. This is like my mom's still pregnant with me when he's doing this, but it still brings back some memories of listening to things like that, late night things with artist interviews and then playing live and stuff. So it's really cool. So, yeah, I'm glad I picked that up. I'm just checking work here one more time, making sure everything's cool. But the other ones I had too, when I was in New York, actually, I got these probably like in 95 when I was in New York on my honeymoon. And it was cool because it was the first time I'd ever been to a record store that was down in a basement. So you're down in there and it's like, oh, it's something different about being in the city and the smells and the sounds and being down in there. It's awesome. So I picked these up, and some of these are cool. I'm going to see which one was which. And I'll get off the Billy Joel thing here in a minute, but because I have a couple albums here I want to talk about, recent stuff that I picked up. Let me just finish this up. course, there's work stuff to be done while I'm live chatting with you, but once I'm done with this, it's all over. Dun. Almost done. Sorry about that. Done. Boom. All done. Okay. So I picked these up. Yeah, they're obviously bootlegs, but I picked these up. Kind of cool. This one's him keeping the faith where he's walking down the stairs, I believe. This one is the back. Flicking you guys off. Sorry. This one's on the back of Street Life Serenade, I believe, is the back cover. And if you look at him, he's not a happy Billy Joel. He said when this picture was taken, he had just had 2 of his molars removed, and he was still in pretty much some pain. And they took that picture. So, some cool shots of him on the back. You've got him as a little kid here. Got him right here with the Hassles playing. Of course, this is like the bridge, some more artwork for the bridge, but one of these has like home demos and stuff, and one of the 2 CDs here, yeah, it was this one, off of this one. It was track 5, and it's him at home on like a Casio keyboard with a little was it a samba or a mamba, I don't remember, thing going on, and you hear that that fake little drum thing, really bad Casio sound, and he's cranking away The Stranger, like well, we all have a face. So it's just him. I can just see him in his living room or something recording this on a little Casio keyboard, working out The Stranger. The lyrics aren't the same yet, and he's just working it out. I'm like, oh man, it's so cool. So you get little insights like that. So I'm really glad I picked these up. I've had those for years. Like I said, I've had those for 30 years now. So yeah, it's cool. So I'm glad you get these little gems like this every once in a while, and they're pretty affordable. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm glad I picked those up when I was in New York at that time. But the other ones I picked up recently, there's this cool, let me look at this here. Sorry. Would you recommend that Yankee Stadium release that came out? Yes. You mean, you mean this one? This Yankee release? Yeah, it is good. I like it a lot. It's good. I would definitely recommend it. The quality is good, everything. So yeah, I did enjoy listening to that. Yeah. I got that from the record store. They were going to do a contest to give it away, but then they're like, no, we got to give it to John. So they look out for me over there. There we go. But to be honest, my favorite, live album that he did was this one. I think this was 12 Gardens Live. Yeah, 12 Gardens Live. Early 2000s, I think this came out. And I think he even did Laura on here, which I was like, there you go. Heck yeah. Yeah, Laura's on here. So yeah, this one I really, really enjoyed the energy of this. He did the millennial concert. No, it was good, but something about this one and the mix and everything was just well done. So it's actually still in pretty good shape for one of these crappy digi things. I hate these things, but yeah, good stuff right there. But the other ones I picked up, we'll move away from Billy a little bit. Let me see. Peter from South recommends Blue Tack. Gotta go. Oh, bye, Nick. I don't know if you left already, but good to see you. Yeah, yeah. Gotta love it when the record store looks out for you. But I did pick up this and really surprised. I love the artwork on this too. I don't know what it is about this. It's simple but cool, like the coloring, everything on here. So digging this. But what it is Heart of Gold, the songs of Neil Young, and that's volume 1. So you can see if volume 2 is going to be just as good. But it's a tribute album basically. But what it is, it's raising money for the Bridge, right? The Bridge Foundation, his charity for kids with like disabilities, severe learning disabilities. He has a son with a disability, so it's his thing that he does. What is it? Oh, there's Sam. Alex, why are you up? Waiting for you to get home, Sammy. Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm home. I survived. Okay, so you must have been out doing something. Did you have a concert tonight or something? But this is really freaking good. I was surprised because I didn't recognize some of the artists, and some of the artists I was like, I don't know. Now, Sam, I know you have. I can't remember where you are with Rodney Crowell. Right? Was that his name? Yeah, Rodney Crowell. Now I remember him growing up. I think I even saw him in concert. I have to ask my parents about that. But he's okay. He just didn't do much. Not somebody I watch, but so I saw his name and some others, and I was like, I don't know. But at the record store, of course, they're going, okay, you got to get it, Oh, you're traveling through a heck of a storm. You getting a lot of rain? Is that what it was? Because we have been getting rain since Saturday here. It's been crazy. And it figures just as soon as I was going to get up on the roof to do some repairs, because we have a sunroom that likes to leak sometimes. So I was trying to get ahead of the game. Had everything set up there, pressure washed it, and then freaking. So luckily it's not leaking yet. I'm trying to be proactive. But anyway, this thing. So it has artists on here. It starts off with Brandi Carlile. Now I know Brandi Carlile is kind of. It seems like she's getting some shit lately. And it seems like because, she's paid her dues in music. Now she's getting to be able to play with people that she admires. And isn't that what you want to do? I mean, look at Clapton and all the blues, like the English blues guys, and they got to play with Muddy Waters, and they got to play with Chuck Berry and all these guys, but I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, she's like trying to play with Joni Mitchell all the time. And, now this Elton John thing and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whatever. I don't like all her stuff, but I do like her. I like what she's about. I always give her new albums a chance. I have the first one, The Story, I think. Great album. But she's getting some crap. But I think she did a really good job on here. And it's a song that I'm not that familiar with. It was like off my radar. It was from the Philadelphia soundtrack from that movie with Tom Hanks. And Neil Young did the song Philadelphia. So she covered that. And I thought it's a nice cover. Her voice is strong. It's a pleasant song for her. So I'm really enjoying it. Let me get these comments. Hold on. Lightning, flash floods. Oh, wow. Flash floods. Good times. Pairing the penguin. He's building the ark, getting the ark ready. Joke about no one. See, there you go. Yeah, there was a meme today I saw, and it was those two together, and then it was Brandi Carlile and Belinda Carlisle, and they're like, see, we're together. We're not the same person. So that was pretty funny. I just saw that today. But yeah, she does Philadelphia, but then Fiona Apple comes in and does Heart of Gold. And I really enjoyed that. Her on the piano, I have to check out some more Fiona Apple. I have a feeling I'm going to end up doing a deep dive on her. That didn't sound right, but you know, because I had her first album and she was young when that came out, right? When she like 18 or something when that came out or younger, in very intelligent lyrics and style, ahead of her time on her age. But I didn't go further with that, so I need to check her out. But then like Mumford and Sons, I like them, but I don't know, they don't do that much for me. But I don't know, it's just not like, oh, I got to buy a Mumford and Sons song. But they do Harvest on here and they kill it. Perfect song for them. I love it when a band picks the perfect song for them. You know. Yeah, yeah, I do like her a lot. Shadowboxing, I just love that song when it came out. Just something moody and I don't know, so clever with the way she did that, knowing how young she was. But yeah, and this is on the streaming too. I don't know what you guys have if you have streaming. I have YouTube, and it's the whole album's on there. Fiona was really good. So here we go. All right, I'm keeping up with your jokes here, guys. Did she sing All Star? Did Fiona sing that in Shrek? Ooh, oof. First shot of that. Or is that Smash Mouth? Eddie Vedder. He does the needle and the damage done, and it works. I don't know if he played guitar on that, because I understand that's a difficult song to play on guitar. A lot of little intricate pieces. So I don't know if Eddie played that or somebody else played along with him, but I liked it. His voice, it was suited for that song. I have another album, a soundtrack that he did, Flag Day, I think. And he worked with Glenn Hansard, I believe, the Irish guy. And his daughter sang on it too. And it's a very mellow album, more acoustic, but I really like that album. So I'm enjoying that. I'm glad I can find bits and pieces of Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam these days, because I can't follow most of his career, but I love some pieces of it. Almost was streaming in the traffic jam, holding my bladder hostage. It's actually not too hard to play. It's a variation of the C shape. Huh. Yeah, it's just got those different kind of changing tempos and right kind of thing in there. But well, Sam, that'll have to be one of the next ones you play live on your streaming. Yeah. I like that whole thing. She has a good voice. Eddie Vedder's voice is it works. I don't know how do you explain his voice, but it works. Then you have Courtney Barnett, and I think I'd heard of the name before. I looked her up. She's been around for a while. You guys, I'm sure you guys know, right? Because you guys are more on top of things than I am. But she does a lot of love. And what was the chick that she sang with Neil Young as backups? Was her name Jeremy? Yeah, it was. It was Jeremy. So you're throwing me off. You guys keeping up with, hold on. Elderly woman behind the bars in my Applebee's or something. Yeah. Behind us, an counter in a restaurant in a small town or something like that. It's a good song. Not like a guy writing from a woman's perspective. All right. You guys get me off track. Anyway, Nicolette Larson. Is that her? Can we block Sam? Yeah. Sam's keeping me going. He's testing my mental abilities tonight. But I'm going to keep that up because that's pretty funny. Anyway, Neil Young did it originally off of, okay, hold on. Was it Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere? Is that where A Lot of Love was from? And she was a backup singer for him. And when she put out some stuff, she covered the song. And that's, yes, Blockhead. She had more of a hit with it, and I didn't realize he had a song. But anyway, this Courtney Barnett, she keeps it pretty standard, but it's enjoyable. Nothing wrong with the song. And then Stephen Marley. So I'm hearing this is, I didn't look, but it's got that Marley name. Somebody told me it was the son of Bob Marley. does Old Man, but gets that reggae thing going in there. And I'm like, yeah, dang, he did a damn good job. I like the feel of it. I liked his voice. He has that reggae feel. Yeah. Oh, it comes a time. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Yep. You're right. And then Sharon Van Etten. Do you guys know her? Here We Are in the Years. Did Everybody Knows This Is Nowhere by Tears for Fears? What are you talking about? Okay, you're losing me now. You're losing me, Sam. I can't keep up with you, but I'm going to keep trying. Oh, here we go. You're going to start writing something. Comes a time. Great Pink Floyd track. Oh, you're all over the place today, buddy. You're going to get punished for this nonsense. All right. Then the Lumineers, which I like the Lumineers, and I do have to check out their last album. I did not check it out. I think that was their 4th album. I have 2 or 3, and I love their stuff, especially like Ophelia, right? Whatever. It's late. That was a typo. .com, neilyoung.com. But they do Sugar Mountain. Did a great job with it. It has their feel, but they still capture the. No, you're all good. I'm having a good time here. Keep my brain working. Where'd it go? Yeah, Lumineers. Yeah, I definitely like those guys. Just a different sound. Yeah. I like their stuff. Yeah, Ophelia. Oh, Ophelia. Yeah, so good. Then Comes a Time. Now, this is the Doobie Brothers with Allison Russell. I hadn't heard of her before. But it's Doobie Brothers, but this is, what's his name? What's that guy's name that came in later? Oh, my God. Come on. Guy with the beard, Michael McDonald. He's singing the leads, but his voice is older here and it's working. But then this lady comes in, Allison Russell, and they do a good job with it. So Comes a Time is done well. Then Steve Earle, which I admire. I like his stuff. I just haven't really checked him out, like deep dive. Long May You Run. He does a good job. And then Rodney Crowell did Mr. Soul, and it works. And then Chris Pierce does Southern Man, and I don't know who. McDonald's, yeah. He works at McDonald's part-time because the Doobie Brothers aren't touring that much anymore, so he's got to come up with some supplemental income. Let's see. Who is this guy? Okay, so Chris Pierce. He gives this soulful sound just, oh yeah, what is he? Is he a blues guy? I wonder where they picked this guy up. Chris Pierce, a gentle giant who makes powerful music that lifts. Does it show it over here if I bring it? Is my thing still? Yeah. Let me go more here. Ooh, what does this do? Nah, I don't like that one. Put me over here. This is Chris Pierce. And like I said, he does Southern Man and really does a good job. It gets soulful. It's good. So I'm going to check out more of his stuff. I'm going to leave that page up. Seems like every day I have to do a deep dive into new artists. It's like never ending. Oh, there it is. It's catching up, boys and girls. So I have to do a little shot. Let's see. Sam prides himself on supporting struggling independent artists, which is why he loves the Lumineers and Sanford and Sons. Sanford and Sons. Hey, Lamont. Okay. I'm still getting the references here, boys. You're not getting too far ahead of me. So pick that up. And what else did I get? Oh yeah. So I just happened to be walking by the 45s, getting ready to leave the record store, and this was just sitting there, and I don't have it. Billy Joel, The Night Is Still Young. That last track off of the Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and 2. I like that song. I always like that song. Rock and roll music is the only thing I ever gave a damn about. So, and it has Summer Highland Falls from Songs in the Attic. So just saw that. It had an original sleeve. So I'm like, I'll take that. I don't remember that being I guess it was released, but I don't remember getting any radio play. You're Only Human got tons of radio play. And then, let's see. What was my other one here? Speaking of some radio broadcasts, they had this Tom Waits, and I haven't listened to this one yet. There's another one. Is this? No, there's another one over here somewhere. I think I put it away already. He is just, I don't know where I put that one. Great improv stuff. Him just riffing like a scat, but not a scat. Him just doing his thing. You're just wondering where's this mind gonna go? So I haven't listened to this one yet, but this is Tom Waits Unplugged Live at Folk Scene Studios. It's got a marble vinyl, hand numbered, limited edition, Second Records. Anybody familiar with that? Yeah, so classic live radio broadcast collection is what it's a part of. Los Angeles, 1974. So good young Tom Waits. It has Better Off Without a Wife, The Ghosts of Saturday Night, Looking for the Heart of a Saturday Night. So the early album songs there. Semi-Sweet, Drunk on the Moon, Diamonds on My Windshield, Depot Depot, Foggy Night, San Diego Serenade, Rosie, Fumbling with the Blues. So I'm looking forward to listening to this one. So I don't know where I put the other one. So I must have already put it away. But yeah, the other one that I got, it was a radio broadcast, and he's really like just riffing. And it's like, I love that one. You can watch it on YouTube where he's in a diner and I forgot what song it was. It was on one of his albums, and he's just talking about the eggs and all this stuff, and he's just capturing the atmosphere of what he's in. So yeah, I'm digging these. I'm getting a lot more of these. They're not really bootlegs. These are official releases, but they're those radio broadcasts. And for the most part, they sound fine. They're not the greatest recordings in the world, but you can hear everything. You can get the energy. So I enjoy them. I think they're good. All right. Then, so I have some decisions to make because this is like my third version of this. And I think this is the one that I want. Hopefully this sounds good. I haven't even opened this bad boy yet. But I have the unplugged, what was it? MoFi or UHQR, whatever it was, the box. I have that. And then I have a regular unplugged release. But this one has the third album, and it includes some commentary. So, and he's talking about the song. So I'm interested to hear that. Plus, it has the song Circus on here. And it has My Father's Eyes, too. Oh, that's cool. Rolling and Tumbling. Old Love, Worried Life Blues. Yeah, okay. But Circus, I knew he did it. I have a bootleg somewhere of the Unplugged, and he does Circus, and I have that version of it because Circus was originally released on Pilgrim. But Pilgrim was that weird album of his with all the kind of electronic program drums and all that stuff going on. And I like the version off of this. So it's cool that they included Circus because that wasn't on there for the first one. But 3 LP set. Like I said, I haven't opened it up yet. Well, I mean, let's take a look at it. I mean, that's the next thing I'm listening to. Where's my little handy dandy opener? Yeah, there's some videos and stuff I've seen of him doing. Did you see it was on Audible, and his son encouraged him to just get on and start talking. And it's a bunch of these kind of like podcasts of Tom Waits just talking about weird, random shit. And it's great. So good. There's a Christmas version and just all kinds of stuff. I'm digging it. I don't know if there's more albums than him. Not. I have most of his albums too. I got to see where I am with him. He's still one that I love everything I listen to, but I haven't absorbed it all. there's so much to learn about him, especially his changing in style through the years from where he began, where he is. Um, just so much going on with him. But then there's so many songs, so I just haven't, I don't know them that well, so I'm still on that journey to understand all his stuff. So let's keep the hype sticker. Hopefully Rob isn't watching because he is not the believer in the hypes. I love the hype stickers. First of all, it kind of just reminds me what version of the album I have. So I just throw it in there. Nothing wrong with throwing a little hype sticker into the album. There it is. Pretty. Let's see. Don't you guys feel the excitement opening this bad boy up? And I like how they did the cover of this too. They kind of kept it grainy, like somebody took a picture of a TV set. I just grabbed a blues reissue. Which one? Which one are you talking about? Let's see. So let's see how this opens up. We have your front. I like that guitar too. I think he put out a model of this guitar, but I have Sheryl Crow's, and this is probably a $1,300 guitar, if not more. There's the back. And so it opens, kind of does the trifold thing. There it goes. Opens up like that. Let's see if I can. Man, I would have loved to have been a part of this. Oh, Mississippi John Hurt. Yes, I have one or two of his albums. I do like him. So you got that. And here it comes. Boom. So there's the album. So some information in there. So give it a listen. These aren't my favorite designs on albums. It's a little bit of work to get them out, but it's not horrible. I think this is just on black vinyl. Yeah. It's got a little blue label. So I'll be giving that a listen. That's good stuff. All songs are performed, preceded by commentary from Eric Clapton from an interview taped prior to the January 16th, 1992 live performance for Unplugged. Excerpt for Lonely Stranger, Word Life Blues, and Rolling and Tumbling. Or except for, I can't read. So it's got commentary that he recorded, so that's cool. They finally started to pump out Well Done Blues. Yeah, I've heard. It's about time. That Bluesville series is great. I've heard about that. I'm afraid to go down that journey, that path, as much as I want to. But it's kind of like with Blue Note. Oh, if I see a Blue Note, I got to grab it, kind of thing. But I've heard only good things about that series. Yeah. So I might have to check it out. So that's pretty much what I have going on right now. Yeah, I just want to get on and kind of share that stuff with you guys. Going back to the days of the hurricane, I got rid of quite a bit of albums. I still have some over here that I have to figure out how I'm going to get rid of them. But I'm working on the vinyl collection, just kind of weeding it down still some more. It's just a long process. Making decisions of stuff that I have on CD. Do I still need it on vinyl? That 90s stuff, they put on vinyl, but it's really intended for CD. So I might be kind of getting rid of some of that stuff. Now, if there's things on vinyl that I have that I can't find on CD, excuse me, then I'll definitely be keeping those. So just making some decisions here. I'm like I said, I kind of with CDs, I don't have to worry about the pops and clicks and all that stuff. And But I do kind of wish you had that intermission, that part where you have to walk over, flip over the album, and you have that pause in the album. Um, with exceptions of some, like, and I think like The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon and things like that. That I like putting on CD because it plays all the way through. That's something you don't want to. That to me is not one I want to stop and flip. Um, but other albums, yeah, because they kind of they set them up that way, right? For song 1 through 5 or whatever, and then little break, boom. Now we have a whole nother side here in a certain run. So I do like that. So just making a decision, and then I still have a bunch of albums in here that I have duplicates of, and it's like, all right, time to move on here. Unless it's something, a major collection, somebody was going for all their music, then I go ahead and I'll keep the duplicates and stuff. But there's some I need to kind of move on from. Like even the Tom Petty, The Long After Dark, I think that was the one that came out this year. Um, I have a record store variants with a color, and I'm like, do I really need that? So, oh my gosh, sorry guys, man, it's hitting me all of a sudden. What time is it? Yeah, it's almost 12, so it's almost time to kick it off here. So, you guys have any other comments? Like, what have you been buying lately? I'm always interested to hear what you guys are getting. Sam, what was your video I just watched? Like I was explaining before, I watch a lot of videos, or I play them in the car and listen to them while I'm going down the road. So I just kind of make sure I hit the like button so you guys get support that way, but I don't always have time or forget to leave a comment. But I'm there hitting that like button. One other thing that I find interesting is Mr. Glenn Kellaway from The Basement making shorts now. What's happening here? And I've noticed he is doing a lot of promoting. He's doing that little look right down here, hit that like button. So he's really, like, I can tell he's trying to get some more subs going. It's kind of in that mode, which is cool because it is true. I mean, how many people watch and don't subscribe? But that's just the nature of it. But just for him to do a short and many shorts now. Now I don't know what he's recording on, but his text is backwards. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. He holds it up and it's written backwards like this. You can see it's written this way, but in his videos it'd be reversed. So he's got to work on that. But I like the fact that he's doing it and embracing it and understanding. I think he's seeing it now that there's fun in it. There's a skill. There can be expressing yourself with however you do it, being creative. And I always thought shorts were great. I just think that it's important to keep them out of your main feed so people don't have to watch them, because most people don't want to. So let's see. I was gone for a week, so I'm backed up with a few packages. Okay, so hopefully you'll be doing a video on those. Mississippi John Hurt, M. Ross Perkins, Camp, Glenn Campbell. Okay, so those are the ones that you have. I don't know M. Ross Perkins. I don't know Camp. Glenn Campbell, nothing wrong with him. I just don't get into a lot of his stuff. I mean, really good guitar player. But everybody loves Wichita. Was it a Wichita Lineman or whatever? I just never understood that song. But Rhinestone Cowboy. Now I grew up on that song. Love that song. But yeah. But M. Ross Perkins, no. And I forgot which. I think the Mississippi John Hurt album that I have was possibly a Record Store Day release from a little while back. But my God, I'm just learning so much recently. Oh my God, that's it. You guys can shoot me, man, if I yawn on you one more time. But I picked up. We have these things locally on Facebook, and people give away stuff for free. And somebody had some DVDs and some CDs, and I grabbed them. Had four Joni Mitchell albums in there. And up to this point, I can't get into her. I just didn't, you know, sometimes it's her voice. But I always liked the song Coyote that she performed at the last waltz. And so I don't think that was on Blue, was it? But Blue was one of the albums. Whatever one had Coyote, I played that first because I liked that song. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I got through a whole Joni Mitchell album and said, ooh, I kind of like this. I'm kind of getting it now. And then I listened to Blue or whatever another one was. I'm like, oh, I kind of like. So I'm up to 3 Joni Mitchell albums that I like right now, which is totally. I love the fact that I am finally getting it. You know, there was somebody else too that I finally like said, oh, okay, now I get it. You know, sometimes you just got to hear the right thing. You know, because there were times that her voice got real high and I didn't like it. That's why I have a problem with Joan Baez. I can't get into her voice and her style of singing. I know she really had something to say and all that and the folk thing, but just I don't know, just didn't really doesn't do it for me. But I'm glad I'm finding a little segue into Joni Mitchell. So I have one more that I'm listening to, and I I hope I like that one too. So I'll be keeping that. M. Ross is very 60s based, newer artist. Alex interviewed him. Oh, is that okay? That's another one I have to go back and watch. I have it tagged to watch. So yeah, I still have to watch that, and I still have to watch your interview, Sam, too. I have both of those tagged to watch. I haven't watched that one yet. Agree about the vocals. Yeah, so I don't know how you feel about the song Coyote. Just the phrasing of it and the lyrics, kind of little clever lyrics. What album was that? Let me look. Oh, another one that didn't surprise me, but I was glad to discover was Chris Isaak's second album, just before Heart Shaped World. Because I think Silvertone or something was his first one. But his second one, just self-titled, it was really good. I was like, well, like I said, I can believe it because I like Heart Shaped World. But man, that was a good album. Oh, and another one that I liked that I listened to recently too is The Killers. That first one with Mr. Brightside. I like that whole album. But yeah, that's the Chris Isaak I'm talking about. Just I don't remember where I got this. Listened to it, boom, liked it, so I'm keeping it. And it's funny because Heart Shaped World, I had it. I always liked Wicked Game, of course, but I had it, and I don't know. I don't think I was in the right place when this came out. But just later, when it came out on vinyl, I grabbed it and then really liked this album. So it's finally grown on me. Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Yep. He was cool. I remember. Yeah, I always liked Pave Paradise. Put up a parking lot. Hot Fuss is so good. Is that the Killers? Yeah, this is good. I wasn't sure at first. It felt like, you know, it's like every song was kind of produced the same way, but then it kind of changes up and it grows on you, and they do a good job with it. I did enjoy this, so it's going to be one that's staying in there. Yeah, that is a good album. So yeah, the Chris Isaak. So yeah, I picked up Blue, which is it's good. And then what was this one? Oh, the Court and Spark. Yeah, that one's good. And yeah, I don't even know how you pronounce it, but this one has Coyote on it. But yeah, just kind of feeling her groove. Another one. Really? Okay. Were they the ones that just did that live thing with him, the EP or whatever that came out on Record Store Day? Was that the Killers or was that somebody else? But this one, believe it or not, Christina Perri, Love Strong. She had that Jar of Hearts or whatever song. but I like what she did with this album. It wasn't some typical album. She's got different sounds and things going on there. She's got a really good voice, and I'm keeping this one. I enjoyed it. It was something I liked all the way. So I'm kind of discovering new, even more things, artists I've heard of but never really checked out that much. But I'm digging it, and so I'm really finding some cool stuff. Ones that didn't work. The one that comes to mind, I listened to Sade. Um, what do you call it? Um, Diamond Life with like Smooth Operator. I mean, I like that song, and there was one other hit that was off that, but just the rest of the album, it's just not working for me. It's too close to smooth jazz. I love her voice. I think the band's tight. It's good. Um, but it's just not working for me. So that one I'm going to pass up for right now. Yeah, it was an encore at Madison, 3 tracks. Yeah. I think it had like a stupid price. Now I know people are looking for that thing. I think that thing's selling pretty good right now. Um, so we'll see. But I am going to pick up the Springsteen tracks too. I was going to get it on vinyl and I changed my mind. I'm going to get it on CD. But I'm not thrilled with some of the songs they've put out so far. So I'm kind of going, Oh, you snagged one? Yeah, good. Good investment for your future. Oh, there goes that. So my room's just, it's a mess right now. I'm really going through everything. I've got albums stacked over here, stacked over there, CDs all along the wall, getting it all figured out. But yeah, it just didn't interest me enough to grab it. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard any of the songs that came off that they've released. I'm like, this is not a good advertisement for this box set. If you guys think it is, some of the songs they released, very, very 80s kind of sounding drum. I don't know. It didn't have a feel to it. Springsteen has that oomph, when you hear him singing, and it just kind of seems to be missing that a little bit. So I figure if anything, I'll have it on vinyl. I mean, sorry, on CD, because I have pretty good Springsteen collection on CD right now. But I didn't feel like I needed that. Some of these box sets that I have on album, I'm kind of going, maybe I should have gotten those on CD. Because, the 24 Nights, it's huge. I have this freaking huge box, and it's 3, 6, 9 albums or more. It's just a lot of work to get to it and play it. And I'm like, I don't want my life. I don't have that time. So it'd be easier just to open up a box, a little CD case and pop it in there, so, but I'm not getting rid of it. It's even like the harvest thing. It's a lot when you open that box and you got to get everything out. And, if my life was a little more laid back and not so busy, I guess that wouldn't be too bad. But there's times in here I put an album on because I'm busy working on something else, or I don't know. I guess I'm looking at the convenience of the music that to go with my life, and I don't want more work, basically. So there might come a time where I try to replace it all. I don't know if some of these are available on CD. I'm assuming they would be. But yeah, I still have the Muddy Waters to open too. That's my 4th copy of the Folk Singer Muddy Waters box. I'm almost tempted just to sell it like that, but I'm hoping this will be the copy that, the album's not warped and, there's not a tear on the spine and stuff like that. So yeah, but I still have that to open up. I think that was it. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I have. So nothing else from you guys as far as new pickups or anything, or are you saving it for your video, Sam? Yeah, you showed me some of the stuff you got. Camp. What is Camp? And Glenn Campbell. not even sure. I even picked up the Pink Floyd Pompeii again because I played it and I was just thinking, oh man, this thing sounds good. Even in the quiet spots. And there's a lot of quiet spots in the Pink Floyd stuff. But then it got to like one song and it's just like pop, pop. So there's something right in that pressing somewhere. It's like pop, pop. And I'm like, oh, you're taking me right out of the damn thing. So I got it on CD. Done. And I know you guys don't like hearing a CD talk, but, you know, I'm not hearing huge differences on some of these. So some I think are just better off on CD. But there are albums I think are better on albums, especially the ones you get without the noise and they play great. Yeah. Camper Americana. Smoky vocals reminds you of being outside in the summer having a beer. Is it like outside in the summer Florida where it's all humid and sticky and got the no-see-ums flying around, that kind of thing? But drinking a beer always helps with those things. Or Woodford whiskey. Woodford Reserve. I'm digging this stuff. It's nice and smooth. It will help me sleep well tonight. So I think that was most of it. What do I have over here? Yeah, like I said, I haven't even opened this, but these freaking digipacks, man, you just drive me nuts. The other Joni Mitchell I was going to check out, or will be checking out, For the Roses. Just by the picture on the front, it looks younger. I haven't checked out the year, but I'm going to try it out. I have a Talking Heads I'm going to try out. It looks like a compilation, maybe, Sand in the Vaseline, but it looks like it's a comp. And then pick up some cool jazz and stuff over there that I was happy to get. Went to an estate sale and somebody was just there before me and they had a stack of CDs and I could see some good jazz in there. But like, damn. But not the greatest shape, but the CDs are fine. But Ellington at Newport. And I got Duke Ellington and his orchestra, early Ellington, 27 to 34. So just figure, get them for $1, try them out, see if I want to keep them. If not, you move on, and that's how it is. But that's it. Just want to get up here for a little bit. I did about an hour, so usually I bring you guys up, but I just kind of wanted to talk and interact this way tonight, because if I bring everybody up, then here I am 3 hours later. And that does no good for the morning when I'm trying to get stuff done. Like, I got to get on that roof tomorrow and patch up that sunroom roof. So anyway, yeah, so I had to check out this camp. Americana Smoky Vocals. Yeah, I have to check that out. That's cool. Always learn something new. There it is again. Always learn something new with Sam and Alex. Alex had a whole thing. I'm like, I have not heard of one of these freaking bands, man, and I want to check it out. I know he goes a little deeper into prog and things like that than I can handle, but I always, when I see his enthusiasm or Sam's enthusiasm, I'm like, all right, I got to try this out, because you don't know if it's going to hit you or not. But it's so cool. I mean, I've discovered so much music lately, and that's what this is all about. Is learning new music, seeing if there's something new for you out there. At my age, I'm kind of set in my ways, and I'm always welcome to new things to come along and surprise me. And there's so much older music out there too to discover, so it's pretty wild. Just doesn't end. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys. I'm gonna hit the bed here in a minute because I am tired and I'm feeling it. I gotta mow a lawn tomorrow too. So anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out, doing all that. That's cool. That's 12:13 a.m. Is it that? Yeah, already. I'm gonna be in bed by 12:30. So yeah, I like getting up here late. Sam, I saw your message late one time from Rob's. You're like, go live, and I didn't even see it. I wasn't feeling it that night. But I I like to go. I might do that. Try to get into that going live after Rob does something. On the nights where you got Racer Joe, where he does his game show thing. Which Sam, you didn't do that yet, right, Sam? I don't think you did. I saw your interview with what's his name, Ben or whatever from Australia. That was good. You were quick on your toes with some of those quick answers. If I ever work with him and do one of those, I think I'm going to be the first guy to be lost with everything because I'm going to be like, But I do know I should probably prepare myself and know what music he likes because that seems to be one of his questions. What album can you recommend that I would like, kind of thing. Unless I just want to be sarcastic and show him some, like Tiny Tim or something. You could do that too. So anyway, I think Rob's live tomorrow night. I'll be in the Peanut Gallery over there. And that's it, guys. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be watching your videos. Sometimes I just have to hit the like button, but I'll support you some way or another. And yeah, thanks again, Sam, again for bringing up that World's Hardest Billy Joel quiz. I had fun doing that. I was going to do it live, but I didn't edit the video. I did it as it was, but I felt better like recording it and then putting it out after instead of just watching people laugh at me live time because I couldn't figure out what 60s song he played on. I did get it right though. So, but the political question was just, I'm like, why? There's so many things you can ask about him. You got to ask me what like right-wing dude he lived next to. I'm like, why would you do that? So it's kind of odd for Rolling Stone to do that. But anyway, I'm going to hit it, guys. Again, I appreciate you watching and hope you guys are enjoying your music and all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you soon. All right. Bye.